In this business, deals are not signed. They are measured by eye contact, by silence, by how long a man can hold your gaze without flinching. Because when money reaches a certain weight, words become unreliable, and trust must be inspected, face to face. Dante didn't call Snake immediately. He waited. Nigeria had a way of exaggerating outcomes. Promises sounded better in Legos than they performed elsewhere. So Dante waited until he had spoken with other fixers in Nigeria to verify the capacity of Bamba in dealing with the authorities. Then he called. The line crackled briefly before settling. Snake listened as Dante explained the meeting. How Bamba claimed the cargo could be released, how he described the system as difficult but flexible. Snake didn't interrupt. When Dante finished, Snake asked only one question. "Does he know what he's holding?" Dante paused. "Yes," he said, "and he knows who's holding it." That was enough. Snake had closed many deals without shaking hands, but not like this. Not when 10 containers sat idle. Not when millions of dollars from multiple investors was frozen in steel. Not when reputations were bleeding quietly. Deals of this magnitude were not finalized on phones or through intermediaries. They were sealed in rooms where no one could hide. Snake told Dante what he already knew. "We meet him," he said, "or we don't move at all." The location mattered. Nigeria was Bamba's territory. Kuala Lumpur was Snake's. Neither man was foolish enough to surrender control. Control was everything. It determined who spoke first, who paid last, who walked away alive. So Bamba proposed neutral ground. Jakarta. Busy enough to disappear inside. Neutral enough to feel safe. Far enough from both empires to keep egos in check. Snake agreed, but on his terms. Snake handled the logistics personally, flights, hotels, security. When men of this level met, comfort was not luxury. It was leverage. Bamba would fly in from Nigeria. Dante would arrive ahead of time. Snake would land last. That detail mattered. Arriving last meant the room adjusted to you. Jakarta welcomed no one warmly. It swallowed people. Traffic clogged its arteries. Buildings pressed together like secrets. The air carried humidity and tension in equal measure. They met in a private room above a restaurant that asked no questions. No windows, no staff interruptions, no distractions. Only 3 men. Bamba spoke first. Not out of confidence, but out of strategy. He explained the structure, the layers, the delays. He spoke of systems that could bend but not break, of doors that opened only once, of favors that expired. Snake listened. Dante watched. Because fixers listened to what was not said. Bamba never mentioned names, never explained methods, never described the exact path. And that was intentional. In this world, you survive by keeping half your cards hidden. The moment you give away everything, you become replaceable. Then came the cost. Bamba spoke calmly. Money for negotiations, money for access, money for speed, plus his percentage. Snake didn't react. He simply asked, "What guarantees do we have?" Bamba leaned back. "The guarantee," he said, "is that nothing moves without me." Silence followed, because they all understood the meaning. Snake studied Bamba carefully. Not his words, his timing, the pauses, the confidence, the way he spoke about risk like it belonged to someone else. This was a man who believed he had leverage, and men who believe that often forget where it came from. Snake nodded. Dante nodded. The agreement wasn't spoken. It was accepted. When the meeting ended, no contracts were signed. No handshakes lasted too long. But something shifted in that room. Bamba walked away, believing he had secured his position. Snake walked away, believing the cargo would move. Dante walked away uncertain, because fixers developed instincts. And something about Bamba's confidence lingered too long. As planes lifted out of Jakarta that night, no one knew the truth yet, that the cargo would move, that money would flow, but that trust would quietly begin to rot.